have tasted the fruits of wealth, Akudima.
The devil hissed, his eyes gleaming like fiery embers.
Now, it is time to pay the debt you owe.
Fear, like tendrils of darkness, coiled around Akudima's heart. Regret, a bitter thirst, rose within him. In a desperate plea, he begged for mercy, realizing the gravity of his choices.
Is there no redemption for a soul such as mine?
Akudima implored, his voice trembling in the storm's cacophony. The devil, amused by his suffering, offered a sinister smile.
Redemption, Akudima, redemption is a luxury reserved for those who resist temptations. Your fate is sealed.
Once upon a time, in the heart of a lush African village, surrounded by rolling hills and the whispers of ancient trees, lived a man named Akudima. He began his journey with humble roots, cultivating the fertile soil and finding contentment in the simple joys of life. However, the shadow of greed soon crept into his heart, casting its dark influence upon his once pure soul. Akudima's crops began to wither, and the sky withheld its blessing, leaving his field barren. The villagers whispered of looming famine, as a great famine befell the whole village. Akudima started looking for a way to provide foods and other needs for his family. As days goes on, the famine increased to the extent that he was left with nothing. At this point, Akudima could not bear the suffering anymore, as he and his family is dying of hunger, and desperation tightened its grip on Akudima's heart. He went to the Creator in prayer, saying,
Gods of our land, come to my aid. My people are dying of hunger. My family is in pain of hunger, especially my pregnant wife. Please, our Creator, end this famine and bring joy back to my people.
After the prayer, Akudima believed that the gods has answered his prayer. But as days and weeks goes on, so as the famine increases, he was very disappointed that his prayers did not yield any good fruit. He then prayed to the gods again. This time he was very angry, and he started praying,
Gods of our land, what have we done to deserve this suffering? Why have you turned your back on us and allowed famine to wipe us away? Why? Please forgive us and take this calamity away from us. Give me wealth so that I will save my people.
Days and weeks passed. Akudima, waiting for his prayers to be answered, did not see any change as the famine increases day in, day out. Akudima started losing his hopes on the Creator and the gods of the land. He started looking for a shortcut to wealth, as he has lost his patience on the gods.
I am ready to do anything to get wealth. Is it offering? I will offer anything to any gods that will give me wealth in return.
It was beneath the branches of a venerable baobab trees, a symbol of wisdoms and connection to the spiritual realms, that he uttered the words that would alter the course of his fate. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hue of oranges and purple, Akudima's voice invoked the spirits. Unbeknownst to him, his plea this time did not go unheard. In the shadows, a figure emerged, an entity whose presence exuded an underworldly malevolence. The devil, drawn by the scent of a desperate soul, manifested before Akudima. His form, a sinister silhouette against the fading light, captivated the desperate man.
I can grant you wealth, you seek, Akudima.
The devil's voice, a melodic yet haunting whisper, echoed in the evening breeze.
But in return, I demand your soul.
Akudima hesitated, torn between the allure of boundless wealth and an innate understanding of the grave consequences. In a moment of weakness, the scales tipped, and he sealed a pact that would bind his fate to the whims of the devil. From that ominous night, the villagers witnessed a metamorphosis within Akudima. His fields, once barren, flourished with an abundance of crops. He started progressing. Any business he laid his hand will prosper. The once poor man started swimming in the ocean of wealth. His modest abode expanded into a mansion that gleamed in the moonlight. He started helping people and was given many chieftaincy titles both in and outside of his village. The air buzzed with the whispers of his newfound wealth, and the villagers marveled at the opulence that enveloped him. As the years rolled on, Akudima reveled in his affluence. His once humble demeanor transformed into an air of arrogance, and the pursuit of more wealth became an insatiable hunger. Yet, with every coin that clinked in his coffers, a weight settled upon his soul, a silent reminder of the path he made beneath the ancient baobab. Though he had everything he needed in life and the wealth in abundance, but he was very far from being a happy man, as the pain of the pact he made with the devil keeps on pressing him down every day. His heart, filled with fear and regret, went to the Creator in prayer.
God of my ancestors, I know I have denied you. I know that my soul have sinned against you. I should have been patient and wait for the right time for my prayers to be answered, but due to my desperate of becoming wealthy, I made the wrong decision. Please forgive me and come to my aid. Protect me from this calamity that is about to be brought upon my soul by the devil. Now I understand the saying that says, patience is a virtue.
This time, Akudima regretted all he has done and noted the calamity that is about to fall upon his soul. One stormy night, when the clouds gathered in ominous clusters and the thunder roared like the voice of angered gods, Akudima sat alone in his opulent mansion. The flickering candlelight cast erotic shadows on the walls, mirroring the turbulence within his heart. It was then that the devil, true to his cunning nature, returned to collect what was promised.
You have tasted the fruits of wealth, Akudima.
The devil hissed, his eyes gleaming like fiery embers.
Now, it is time to pay the debt you owe.
Fear, like tendrils of darkness, coiled around Akudima's heart. Regret, a bitter taste, rose within him. In a desperate plea, he begged for mercy, realizing the gravity of his choices.
Is there no redemption for a soul such as mine?
Akudima implored, his voice trembling in the storm's cacophony. The devil, amused by his suffering, offered a sinister smile.
Redemption, Akudima, redemption is a luxury reserved for those who resist temptations. Your fate is sealed.
With those ominous words, the devil extended his clawed hand, ready to claim Akudima's soul. Yet, in that moment, a distant voice echoed, an etheric chorus of ancestral spirits, whispering words of salvation. As the devil's icy grip closed around Akudima's trembling form, an underworldly force surged forth. The room quivered, and the mansion seemed to recoil in protest. Akudima, now infused with protection of ancestral spirits, broke free from the devil's grasp. A blinding light filled the room, banishing the sinister presence. The devil, thwarted by forces beyond his understanding, vanishing into the night, leaving Akudima gasping for breath. After the incident that night, the once wealthy man, now humbled by the ordeal, emerged from his opulent prison a changed soul. He returned to the village, his heart burdened by the weight of his choices. Seeking forgiveness, he confessed his sins to the villagers, recounting the tales of his pact with the devil. He revealed the secret source of his sudden wealth and how he has sold his soul to the devil in exchange of wealth, and how his ancestors and the gods of their land had saved him from the dirty hands of the devil. The villagers, torn between condemnation and empathy, choose to forgive Akudima. Together, they embarked on a journey of redemption, rebuilding their community and banishing the shadows that had plagued them. As for Akudima, he dedicated the remainder of his days to atone for his sins. He walked the field with hands once tainted by greed, sowing seeds of hope for future generations. The baobab tree, witness to his transformations, stood tall as a testament to the enduring spirit of redemption. And so, the tale of Akudima echoed through the ages, a cautionary fable of the perils of succumbing to temptation and the boundless power of repentance and forgiveness. The village, once marred by the darkness of a soul sold to the devil, emerged into the light stronger and wiser for having walked through the shadow.